Welcome to the Daily Dirty Bird Podcast.
They've been running the ball extremely well, so I wouldn't be surprised to keep it on the ground. They do. This is Patterson. He has the first down and more. Inside the 32, about the 28-yard line on the first down.
Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome to the Daily Dirty Bird Podcast. I'm your host, Matt Sapp, a.k.a. the Day Drinking Daddy. And I'm here with Oscar Daniels, Jeff Lehner, and Coach Crown Roberts. We got a multiple topics to talk about today. Let's jump right into the first one, and that is, where in the world was Calvin Ridley, and what's going on with Calvin Ridley?
Well, man, let me ask you, man, what do you think? What have you seen? What have you heard? As far as Calvin Ridley goes, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I've done my fair share of scooping, and I just don't see or hear anything as far as where he stands, what it might be about, what might be going on. So what do you think, man? What do you think? How is this gonna affect us, I guess, moving forward? Or do you think it's even gonna affect us at all?
See, I don't know. I'm curious because, I mean, he didn't play last week. We got the win. But yeah, as far as I've done some scooping too, and I literally just earlier I was on Google trying to find something on Calvin Ridley. There's nothing. I know they said it's personal, but whatever it is, they're keeping it under wraps. Very good. Because I can't find. There's nothing.
I think we deserve to know. I think we should know something, man. Come on, we're out here. I'm wondering.
It must be. I don't know. They just say personal. I don't.
Personal matter.
I wonder.
But you know what I think it is, and I don't want to assume, bro. I really think it's something to do with COVID. I think maybe he didn't have because they said 30%, 40% of the NFL players didn't have a real shot card or whatever it was, and I think since they put it out there that everybody on the team was had their
vaccinated
shots,
and 100%.
I wonder if that's why he couldn't fly, and it would have brought questions to Atlanta, why did y'all say everybody is vaccinated? I know that's far-fetched. Bro, but
no, I actually think that's probably the reason. I think maybe he's not 100% vaccinated.
Yeah.
And because the NFL is political as shit,
Mm-hmm. Because you can get one shot and not get the other one, and you wouldn't have been fully vaccinated.
Yeah.
So
as far as football goes with Ridley, he's been playing what looks like to me like some scared football, bro. He's scared to take a hit, or he's here. And I didn't really see much of that. Again, either he just decided to really take that on and go full force with that. But I've seen a lot of it. I've seen a lot of it. Him come back 2-3 yards. You know what I mean? Trying to make something of it. And again, I was hoping it wasn't an injury, which I don't think it is, obviously, because it was already stated as a personal matter. But I don't know, man. It's just odd. It's odd the way he's
the only
playing.
issue I have with that is a lot of people kind of saying, not a lot of people, but I did read up on the internet. I mean, you don't know how much of the truth it is, but that there was some kind of he's quitting on the team already type of thing.
Yeah.
Like a Julio Jones almost type of thing. I mean, honestly, if you tell me that's the truth and that comes out as the truth, I don't know. I'm pretty scared about where this team is gonna go because they need a Calvin Ridley on the football field.
I think if that's the truth, if that's the truth,
you got to move on immediately.
Arthur can't make the same mistake he made with Julio.
I think you have to move on immediately. Cut your ties and get the most value.
Like you were saying earlier, Crown. He just if that's the case, then let's trade deadlines coming up. Let's see what we can get.
Yeah,
and because we don't need to keep him for 2 years and then there's drama and then he leaves anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And then we end up getting nothing.
Yep.
Yeah. For me, it's scary because I think Calvin really he's an elite route runner. Well, whether he has it all together, maybe that's not to say, but I think he is a top 10 to 15 receiver in the league right now, and there's room for growth. So I think it would be tough to see him walk away, but at the same time, if that was the case, he's kind of giving off that attitude. We don't want him around. Get as much value as you can for him. And tell him to have a nice day, man.
I mean, last week was a little. I don't wonder if he's not going through something mental because last week he dropped 3-4 passes.
Exactly. So I'm not gonna be skeptical. I mean, the guy could have a family matter. I'm not gonna sit here and bash on him. You know what I mean? I'll be the first one. I'll wait to hear the truth before.
Yeah. The only thing I will say, man, is that and this go back to what we talked about earlier. I'm so scared that the Julio effect, man, got the fans and these players like. So I just hope it's not that. Okay, so y'all think I can't catch the ball or whatever, man, and it's one of them things where he like, okay, I'm gonna sit out because I want to get paid. Because you got to realize now, what, this is third year. When is his contract due? Next year? But we can pay him early if we wanted to, right?
Yeah,
I think this is his fourth year now.
Yep. So
yeah,
I just hope
the contract.
He'll have a fifth-year option next year.
Yep. So I hope it's not one of them things where he's like, hey, I wanna get paid. Like, I don't feel like y'all even looking into it. It might be behind the scenes drama, and Julio is like one of the, hey, I told you this what they. I just hope it's none of that. If it's something, even if it's something with the COVID, if it's something with mental health, if it's any of them things, man, that's fine. But we can't start this regime off, man, with
any of that nonsense.
We definitely can't afford for the new regime to go down this rabbit hole. We just can't do that again. Not after the last 3 years. Hopefully, we're all just sitting here speculating and worrying more than we should. Let's hope Ridley suits up for week 6 and helps us go in there and get that W against Miami so we can go 3-3. So for the next topic, we should talk about a popular topic within the most Atlanta Falcons fan groups and the Atlanta Falcons official Facebook page is the Matt Ryan hate. What y'all think about that?
Our mentality is crazy, man.
Yeah, I got too many people that turn off salary cap on Madden.
Yeah, man. Bro, it's when you hear these people in the group talk, man, it's just like how they just. It's even with the Matt Ryan thing, bro. It's like, man, the bashing, and then when you win like today, it's quiet, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the biggest talk when the season
I actually
started.
got a note of that to talk about that when we get going here. I actually have a note of that. 342 passing yards. Nobody's gonna say a word about it.
Nope.
Bro, we lose again. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
That's good. What's going on, man? Yeah, and you're right about that, man. We lose a game, and if he has that stat line, it'll still be Matt Ryan's fault. Which honestly doesn't make no sense, man.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, I think the craziest thing that I've seen so far, man, and this is an example, y'all, where I went from the podcast to start doing it live because people just be thinking you be hiding behind a voice, man, was this right here. The biggest thing in the offseason this year was, bro, when Julio Jones get a good quarterback, his touchdowns are going to go up, and you're going to see. Now, Julio Jones sitting on the bench injured like we've been new for years, and now people in the fan group saying, why y'all talking about Julio? He ain't got nothing to do with us no more. He ain't got nothing to do with us no more. Why y'all worried about Julio? I'm like, bro, Julio was balling right now. Y'all swore that Matt Ryan was underthrowing balls and Tannehill. And now when you bring it up in the group, it's like, why y'all talking about Julio? He gone, man.
Well, and then a lot of those same people would also say, well, Matt Ryan's only good because he's got Julio.
Yeah.
Look what happened today with who was number 1 receiver today? Like,
yeah, Zacchaeus, right? Zacchaeus
was like lined up at number 1. I mean, we got Pitts and Cordarrelle.
Tajay Sharp.
But Cordarrelle's never did this until he came here. Like
who's that?
Right. But you know what's so bad, bro? And I made a video about this, man. This is a stat people hate to mention, right? Matt Ryan has got so many receivers paid, bro. If you to nail just us talking, because obviously y'all Falcons fans and y'all know the game. Name me a receiver or a tight end that has left Matt Ryan that has ever done anything to make you think, oh man, he made Matt Ryan better. Name one. That man got Harry Douglas a bag, and he not in the league no more. He got Gabriel.
He got Gabriel. Pretty good.
Yeah, he got Gabriel. He got Gabriel a bag. He ain't in the league no more.
Not even in the league no more.
He got Sanu. Sanu got a bag. He just everywhere. He got he was the third highest paid tight end when he went to Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns.
He got paid. He hasn't done nothing since.
He hasn't done nothing. So you tell me if all these people make now it's still out about Julio. But what I'm saying is, you look at Freeman. All these people that you say made Matt Ryan. Tony Gonzalez didn't even he didn't even smell the playoffs until he came to Atlanta. So all these people good and make Matt Ryan, but when they leave, what happens?
Yeah,
saying, bro. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. In the words of Jay-Z, when he told Damian Dash, if you made me, go make another one.
Yeah, it won't happen.
that ain't gonna happen. I mean, Matty's already having a good season so far this year. People already thought he was washed up, but aside from the Matt Ryan thing, we know he's gonna do his thing. What y'all think about Arthur Smith so far and his defense, DMPs with the defense? Let's talk about that.
And I mean, personally, I'll tell you the truth, man. Honestly, I haven't seen the defense that I've been excited about in the last 4 or 5 years.
And we don't have the money now to even buy the players to help the MPs
exactly.
out. Like, but we don't even have a pass rush, man. Like, and this
has
nothing.
Talent.
We're trying to get a pass rush out of Grady Jarrett, bro. A defensive tackle. We're trying to get a pass rush out of him, bro.
Yeah.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
My thing is like Grady's surrounded by, and I keep saying this. People probably get tired of me saying it, but it's like he's surrounded by Jonathan Bullard, Tyler Davison, Steven Means. These guys should not be starting on the defense. They should not be starting on a defense. So it's like,
you're right, bro.
This is a trend I've kind of seen over the past few years, and I think everybody notices it, sees it, calls it out. We play some good football a lot of the time. We play a good first half football. We come out with the game plan, follow the game plan, get chunks, big chunk yard plays. We look pretty good, and then it seems like second half, both offensively and defensively, no adjustments. Start to give up these 15, 20-yard plays out of nowhere that weren't there first half.
It's like they get soft.
It seems like we start to. I don't think they did so much this game, which I was actually surprised about. But last week, there was like 10 minutes on the clock, man, and you see Arthur Smith go with 3 straight runs,
bro. So I talked about that.
Like you're getting conservative with at the start of the fourth quarter. It doesn't make any sense.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you this though, and man, I'm glad you brought that up, bro. I'm glad you brought that up. So what I see now, this is just me, and like I said, man, this is just from my observation, bro. What I really think that comes from is that I don't blame him, you know what I'm saying, but I really think that Arthur Smith is a rookie coach, and he should. I think, and I have nothing against him. I think that he shouldn't be in the position that he's in right now because he wasn't an offensive coordinator long enough. But I do feel like he can take us to greatness, but he's so used to Derrick Henry, man. Like his play calling, bro, if you look at week 2 when they was about to lose to Jacksonville, I think Derrick Henry broke off 2 long runs for like 60 yards.
And he was used to that.
You could tell that he's still learning, but he's so used to the run. Do you guys remember week 1 how we ran the ball 3rd and 11 and we got the first down? And then the second time we did it, we missed it. Like he's used to running the ball. And that's why I say it's so important for us to win, because he can learn how to be a coach too while we win. It's nothing wrong with that because the fans will stay off your tail. Right. But I'm telling you, man, he's used to running. But today, I did see him depend on Matt Ryan more in the audible and let Matt Ryan audible. And when we got to the red zone, he scripted up that.
He made it work.
Stuff like that.
He made it work.
He can learn on the go, man. He can learn on the go, bro. He can learn on the go.
And it's gonna.
He's used to that run, though.
You got to be. I mean, I'm not sure, and I hope you guys didn't, but expect that we were gonna get, the new GM, new head coach. And then just go like maybe 5-0, 6-0, run the table just because we got a new regime. Like it's not gonna happen, you know what I'm saying?
Like I look at the roster, man.
Man. So I mean, we gotta kind of take the good with the bad. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't got the strongest roster. We're gonna get a couple wins. We're 2-3 after 5 weeks. So I mean, it might even be a little better than I might have expected, to be honest with you, because first year coach in general, but not just the head coach, man. We have a new OC. DC special team, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole new system, top to bottom. Well, so I mean, you know what I'm saying? We got to take some good with some bad, but
you're right.
There's a lot of fans, man. Again, in groups and stuff like that I see people are just losing their minds, bro, over like not being 5-0 right now. And I get it. I get the disappointment, right? But I get the disappointment, but I mean, like I said, man, because I'm disappointed myself, bro. But I think it's just that I'm tired of the repeat of like 5-6 years, because it doesn't matter if it's Dan Quinn or now Arthur Smith. It just looks like that second half collapse. The second half inability is like constant. Doesn't matter if it's Dan Quinn, Mike Smith, Arthur Smith, man, this has been happening for years.
A lot of that comes from too, bro, of your offense being so good at scoring points that we can't run the ball to take a team out. Like we can't run the ball to get rid of a team. So when we're up, perfect example, when we're up 24-10 in the last quarter, when we run the ball, it actually hurts us. If you pay attention, and I told people this, man, I said the best thing that we can do as a team is let Matt Ryan just go no huddle. And they was like,
we
bro,
talked about that today.
Yeah, you're not gonna go, you're not gonna kill the clock. But what I'm trying to say is perfect example today. I think when we got down there with 3 minutes left, the first thing Matt Ryan did was pass, and we got a first down. We kill ourselves sometimes, bro. Like we kill ourselves running the ball because we don't have a line.
I think the biggest our biggest downfall has really just been the defense, because we've had a lot of years of good offense, bro. We've had a lot of years of top offense. And that defense just can't get off the field, man. They give up too many points. 10 in the we were losing games scoring 32
5
points.
Yeah, I'm being nice. Minus a few years here or there, and every time it was outside of that bottom 5 or 10, we were competing.
We talk about like the new regime, and I keep saying I thought Dan Pease was brave for coming in here and taking on this defense.
Oh yeah.
Considering everything he's done in his career as a defensive coordinator, it's brave to come in here and take on this Falcons defense.
100%.
Bro, listen to me, man. I'm telling you right now, bro. As somebody, man, as a high school coach, man, that built his defensive playbook, bro, off of the 3-4 Baltimore Ravens, man. But like I said, my wife diehard Ravens fan, bro. I'm telling you, that man know what he doing, bro. He know what he's doing. I'm telling you, he knows what he's doing, bro. It's just the fact that
he's been doing it for a long time at all levels, man. He's as legit as they come.
Yeah, you don't have the person, bro. That man
doesn't have the personnel. That's what it comes down to. And he doesn't have the money. We didn't have the. It's not like he walked into $30-40 million to spend. You know what I mean? He walked into a nightmare and had little to none to try and clean it up. You know,
he's doing watch, for example, man, Tampa Bay. We played Tampa Bay this year, and they were doing okay. They were doing okay. They were keeping us in, but they were just on the field. They were on the field too long, and the offense didn't help with that. With those pick sixes and stuff like that, it's demoralizing, bro. You really take the air out of a team like that, and so they were doing okay, maybe statistically, and obviously the scoreboard showed 40 some points. I don't even remember the final score, 40, but so it looks ugly, man. But they hung around. They kept us in till I don't know, middle of the fourth quarter, until all that nasty Matt Ryan stuff started happening. But
Matt Ryan threw an interception, maybe a couple 4 minutes left, but it wasn't his fault. He was pressured the whole time.
You can see.
And you look at New York, bro. Look at the New York game. We were getting 3 and outs. We were getting on the field.
Yeah, they
stopping drives, stopping moment. They balled, bro, and we came out and we won that game. Now I think we got a lot of good. I think not a lot. I mean, that was exaggerated. We got some good pieces, man. We got the linebacking core is good. I like to see the way they play game to game.
It's the strength of our team right there, is the linebacker.
But you know what, man? I'm gonna tell y'all this. What do y'all think about this, man? To get where we need to be, I really think we need to have something crazy, like a crazy trade. That trade to take you. Maybe now I'm just saying this, guys. I don't know. I'm not throwing his name out there because I don't know. But I think Ridley, if we was to do it, Ridley for some young bull, because they'll both be on a rookie contract. It'd be our option to pay them. But we got to do like the Falcons. Since Michael Vick got in trouble, went to prison, we refuse to do something spectacular or go out and do something big. But we got to get a game changer on defense to go with Terrell and Grady. Like, bro, if you see something's going on with Ridley and we don't know where, if he's trying to have the Julio effect to be like, you guys are, trash talking me or whatever, I don't know, But if he's doing something like that, we got to pull the trigger and do something so we can get a big.
If that's the case,
this doesn't seem too far-fetched. I know it's all just throwing up ideas, but it doesn't seem too far-fetched because we got Pitts, which is essentially is a number 1 receiver. Essentially, he's a tight end, obviously, but he plays like a receiver, and for them to take him with their first draft pick as a new regime and whatnot. For them to take him 4 says what they think. It says a lot about what they think about him. And so,
we saw it. We saw it.
I'd hate for that to happen. I'd hate for that to happen, with Ridley, because I do like Ridley, but it doesn't seem too far fetched for something like that, because he's a good enough receiver to gain some interest on something like that, even if it was just rumor talk. You know what I mean? And so
and the thing is, man,
seems possible.
The thing is that if we don't, right? So if you don't, and you get to the point where you got to pay Ridley because the fans are going to say stupid stuff like, oh, see, y'all guys don't want to win. You don't want to sign Ridley. It just comes back to the thing that we was doing with Julio when he was 29 years old, man. We didn't want to, like, bro, I'm sure everybody in this group, because obviously y'all know football, man. We all knew that paying Julio at 30 years old, bro, was a terrible mistake. We knew when we did it, but the fans, man, we had a bad season. We had a bad season, and Arthur Blank treated it like family, and he said the best thing to do to keep the fans happy was to sign him, man. And that's what I'm talking about, bro. We treat this like a family instead of a business, man. You know what I'm saying? We treat it like a family instead of a business.
Yeah. Actually, I agree with you. I think Arthur Blank has had a problem with treating this franchise too much like a family instead of a business. I'm hoping he finally lets the new regime come in here and lets Arthur Smith, Dean Pease, Terry Fontenot, hoping he lets them handle business and run this more like a business. Okay, so moving on to the next topic. What y'all feeling about the Kyle Pitts experience so far?
We were out Ridley and Gage, which honestly I thought that was going to affect us a little bit, but it kind of did the exact opposite. It brought that passing game to life. It put Kyle Pitts, what looked like a focal point. He was probably the main point of the offense today, and it showed. And then that opened up a little bit of the run, kind of. Again, Mike Davis. It looks like Mike Davis only had 53 yards, but looked a lot better. Looked like a pretty good 53 yards from watching the game earlier. And so I think that, I don't know, man, I kind of walked away to today's game, as far as the offense goes, looking pretty good.
Well, my thing, and I know I don't want to beat nothing good, because I think, we did ball out today. But my scariest thing and my positive thing about today is that I know we can win when we run the ball good. That, you know what I'm saying? Like I did in my video. I mean, I know we can run I know we can win when we run the ball good, because Arthur Smith was on schedule. You know what I'm saying? Like he was on schedule. The running game was working. His plays, he was dialing up. Great job by him, man. My only problem is what happens when we can't run the ball. What happened when we can't run? I mean, today looked like a good oil machine, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it looked today was perfect on offense, man. You know what I'm saying? Even in the situation where things got sticky. Look, let's be honest, things didn't really get sticky today. We just Falcon fans, and we were scared because we feel like we went up 100. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, like in our message earlier, man, and someone said it, and I said it right after because I felt the exact same way. I said, "Oh, man, here we go again." Right after that fumble. Mm-hmm. What else? Something else happened right before, but it was.
You said up by 10, you can't enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm like, man, come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
I say that same line every Sunday at the same time. Yeah. About 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and it starts falling apart.
It's just because, bro, we think we could be up 14, and I'm like, if it's not 3 scores, I'm nervous. But like I said, man,
even at 3 scores, I'm nervous.
But like I said, man, I think Arthur Smith, man, is a great coach, man. I think he depends on the run, but that's fine. You got some people that run the air raid, they depend on the pass, like Kingsbury down in Arizona. My only thing is that going forward, what can we do if we don't run the ball? Are you going to try to force the ball to run it? Are you going to try to be like, oh, let me run on 3rd and 9 instead of giving it to Matt Ryan? And I feel like I said, winning is going to let him figure it out. I love him as a first-year coach, man. I don't think, you know what I'm saying, maybe he would have been the perfect man for the job, but if you can win in the National Football League and keep these fans off you, then it's just like me and you working a job, bro. We can learn as we go. You know what I'm saying?
Well, see, we saw like what I've been wanting to see today, like, because those guys were out. We got to see Hurst and Pitts. We got to see that, like, Hurst at tight end, Pitts at receiver, or there was in the red zone. There was a few times today where it was Hurst and Pitts at tight end, and we've been waiting. That 2 tight end set with them is dangerous, but we ain't been seeing that because Ridley's been there and Gage has been there. But see, these things, this is what works, though. Like,
targets. What the hell is going on with that?
But it works. It's like this is what we should be doing. Like,
and that's my point. Is because we didn't have Ridley, we saw an offense that was focused more on on the tight end position, focus more on Pitts. And look, man, actually last year, Hurst was pretty nice for us last year. He was a good security blanket.
Underrated, yeah.
He very underrated. Yeah, he played good ball for us last year, and I was kind of hoping to see that this year too. But again, you have too many weapons, bro. You can only get so many guys, so many touches. You know what I mean? So
No, yeah, I agree, definitely. Okay, so next topic, but yeah, let's talk about Mike Davis, Cordero Patterson, the run game. What y'all thinking?
I don't know, man. And then we've had the luxury of Cordero Patterson this year, which actually was a big surprise to me. I didn't think he was gonna be this good. But they're using him well, bro, and I think they need to stick with that too. They need to stick with good old Cordero.
Well, speaking of that, like some people, I know you talked about Mike Davis earlier, and some fans don't think he's the answer, but I actually don't mind Mike Davis and the Cordero split right now, because when Mike Davis actually runs, yeah, he's probably not going to have huge games for us because he don't get the full load.
It's just even that though. It seems like he's getting met at the line of scrimmage almost every damn play. And then
that's the line though.
They throw Patterson in there, and he's able to make some. You know what I'm saying? He's able to make it.
But we saw the touchdown run that Davis got today. That was just him. That was him.
Yep.
That was power.
That was him.
That was
Yeah,
power.
right.
And Cordero's interesting to come out the backfield because nobody's used him the way we have. So this dude's what, like 6'4", fucking coming out like a cannon.
Coming out the backfield.
He comes out
standing
like,
up out the backfield.
He comes out like a cannon too,
man.
man. He comes out like a fucking cannon, dude. He's like just gone, and it's crazy to see. Like,
he actually started that too. Actually, in New England when he was playing for the Patriots, he actually started. That's who moved him over to running back, and he didn't get a lot of touches when he was here. I mean, I'm not a Patriots fan, but being from Boston, I see the games. You know what I mean? I see stuff. And he wasn't getting a lot of touches, but he was pretty effective when he did it. And I was shocked when he moved on from New England that it never became a permanent thing, him being a running back, because it looked effective. And today you can see that he can run the ball, man. He can hit the holes, and he explodes through every run.
And that's
hey man, I don't know. I don't want to interrupt y'all. I don't know if y'all watch this Green Bay Cincinnati game. They in overtime and everybody done missed the field goal. All of them missed the field goal.
I wasn't gonna mention it, but yeah.
They keep missing field goals. It's crazy. They win the game. But yeah, man, the Patterson thing, and this goes back to me saying to Matt Ryan about everybody blaming him. Once again, a player that's been in the league 9 years come play with Matt Ryan and look at him. Now, I'm not saying Matt Ryan's a GOAT or none of that, but I'm just saying it just shows you how selfish he is as far as getting everybody the ball and able to do what they need to do, man. But the Patterson thing is just a good IQ by the coach, man. To see that.
I'm glad you.
And guess what? He's not using them as a trickster. He's like, okay, we're gonna keep giving you this because obviously we're gonna keep running these plays with you.
See, I'm glad you said that because I was just gonna mention that, like, everybody coming down on Arthur Smith. Like, Arthur Smith, this whole time when he signed Cordero Patterson, I believe he saw that from day one. He was like, "This is what we're gonna do with Cordero. This is what we're gonna do. We see what he can do. We see that he's a Swiss Army knife, and we're gonna use it." And that's little things that, like, a lot of the fan base don't even realize. Like, it's
yeah. You know what? I knew, obviously, I knew about Cordero Patterson. I always that return specialist. That much I knew. I never really kept up with him like that. But again, yeah, Arthur Smith found a way to use him good too. You know what I mean? A lot better than he's been used in his entire career. So I'm again, I was surprised with that. To be honest with you, I didn't expect much after that pickup. That's a good familiar name. I think it's a familiar name around the league. People know him. That was a pretty good pickup, but he overexceeded my expectations
for a decent price too, because he was with Dave Ragone, who was the coordinator. He was with him in Chicago, and he took less money to come here because he's on a 1 year. He's on a 1 year. He knew he would have a role cut out for him in the offense.
Man, that's hey man. It's like I go back to say, man, I'm all for Smith, bro, as long as he can win a couple of games where he keep the fans off of him. That's gonna help him go back to look, man. Like I said, I know this is a smaller level, man. I coach high school ball, man. These parents, bro, when you lose, these boosters, man. You know what I'm saying? When you get a game, man, that Friday to the next Friday, brother, it's you can look, you can be like, okay, I know what I'm doing. This make me feel good because I might have had my doubts too. You know what I'm saying? But when you win, you go to a bye week, you get 2 weeks. Now you like, you know what, that Patterson thing looking good. Let me try this. Hey, Ryan, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I called some bad calls. You saved me with the no huddle. Let me add that into it. You got time, man. You got time to figure it out, bro.
If we can beat Miami this week, which
I
feel good about, if if Tua's not back.
Hey, it's a winnable game. Man.
But and then we go into the real meat of the situation. We get two division games back to back. I think Carolina, New Orleans is really gonna. That's gonna be when if we can win those games, that's gonna be like okay. That's when fans are gonna be like okay, Arthur. They gonna,
and see, the thing is, bro, it's like you say. The thing is, you mess around and you beat Miami and you 3-3. Now anything can happen in that Carolina game. Now you find yourself 4-3, 1-1 in the division. Now that's when the talk starts. When the talk starts. You know what I'm saying? That's when the talk starts. Man, hey, that's when the all-star status starts. Man, look at Pitts. Oh my God, Pitts was a good pick. This team is 4-3. Out of all the rookies in the out of all the rookies in the first 5
it's
picks,
funny, but it's true, man.
Winning.
It's funny, but it's true. And worst case, we don't, and we lose these next 2 games. It's why did we get Pitts? We should have got the backup QB. We should have. Man, it's true. Bro. It's 100% true.
It's such a like.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Because if you think they're not going to flip that to saying one more game like today, Pitt show up today in Carolina, and you leave there 4-3. Oh, it's going to be. Maybe Atlanta was the smartest one getting these out of all the quarterbacks selected in the first round. Their overall record is 3-12. Yep. Pitts, he's because they're not going to give Matt Ryan the credit. Pitts is the reason why Atlanta is 4-3. This guy cannot be stopped. He's the next best thing. He's a generational talent. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, man. You get the fans buying the jerseys, then you get the fans back in the stadium, bro. And that's how it works.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's exactly right, man. That is the business, and hopefully our fan base starts to see that. For the ones that don't, you know what I mean? We just need to worry about on a week-to-week basis right now with the new regime and continue to grow. We need to go into Miami, get that W, go 3-3, be 500. And then, like we said, it's a different story. And hopefully the story continues to grow how we want it to. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Daily Dirty Bird podcast. We're going to be here on a weekly basis after every game. We're trying to post every Tuesday, Wednesday mornings. So stay tuned. We're gonna have a breakdown after every game every week, and we thank y'all for listening. Rise up, baby.